if you want to bring your yard to life, if you have, let's say, a grass lawn or just something that is overall dead, ecologically dead, just plain grass, or maybe it's just straight up dirt, and you want to bring your lawn to life, let me tell you how to do it. So what I would do if I had a property, I was living somewhere, it was just grass everywhere, and I wanted to bring it to life, is I would first put down like 6 inches or more of wood chips. And the reason that I would do this is because I want to establish a long-term healthy forest ecosystem soil. I would want to be planting plants that come back every year, and I'd want to be planting them in this wood chip area, and I'd want that to just feed them for years and years to come. So I got to make sure my French fries aren't burning. But the reason I would do this, now annual gardens are great. You can do your annual gardens. You can also have that too. But if you really want to have the most ecologically alive system, the thing that is best for wildlife, best for the environment, and it's just a lot less work. When you have a fruit tree that's pumping out fruit every year, it's so much less work than having a garden bed. And even a garden bed, yeah, it's great. You put some compost in there to make it high quality, to make the soil alive. But even compared to that, when you have a really rich forest ecosystem growing, there's just so much more life there. You're going to have a soil food web that's full of earthworms, full of fungi. Even compost is great, but over time, fungi develops. When you tear up soil, when you dig it up, you're killing those fungi. Year after year, you can build a system that gets more mature, more healthy. It is more teeming with life. You're going to have birds, squirrels, all these different animals, butterflies, insects, especially when you have native prairie plants. There's so many bugs that love that. So the first thing to do is just to literally go put down a layer of cardboard or cardboard paper, and then get like 6 inches of wood chips. Put down like an inch of compost, like 6 inches, 10 inches of wood chips, and let that decompose. You want to do this as soon as possible because it's going to decompose into high quality soil. Over time, the plants are going to integrate all that organic matter into the soil. So get that put down, get it to start decomposing in a month. Right away you could do it, but really in a month or two, then you can go start putting fruit trees in, start putting fruit bushes in. So yeah, that's what this video is about. If I had a dead lawn and I wanted to bring it to life, I would put the wood chips down because that's going to lay the foundation for really healthy soil. Having healthy soil is everything. If you have grass growing that has completely destroyed the microbiology in the soil, your soil food web is destroyed. So you want to bring that back to life. It's going to take time, but you can lay the foundation with those wood chips. And then a lot of things like the trees are going to create healthy soil with all these roots. The roots are going to form symbiotic relationships with fungi, bacteria. They're going to drop fruit, drop leaves that feed the soil. You can plant plants that are specifically meant to bring up minerals, bring up nutrients. And a lot of people think that, oh, you need to add fertilizers, you need to add nutrition to the soil. Even minerals, especially nutrients, but even minerals, what they come from is alive soil. Soil microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, nematodes, all these things. There are little microorganisms that make minerals available to plants. There are mycorrhizal fungi that form symbiotic relationships with plants. You don't need to go amend your soil. You need to bring your soil to life. When your soil is alive, it's going to give you all the nutrients, give you all the minerals, except for rare cases. There are rare cases where soils just don't have the minerals there, certain kinds. Then you add those minerals once and then they're in the system. You don't need to add them every year. So if you want to bring your soil to life, think long term. These wood chips are going to feed it forever. It's going to put that into the system. Then you pick some apples, maybe you throw some compost on. It's not a big deal. You don't need to put a bunch of compost every year because your system doesn't have enough nitrogen. Say in a garden bed, you constantly need to add this nitrogen. Well, you can have plants that fix nitrogen into the soil constantly from the atmosphere. So that's how I would think if I wanted to bring my bring my yard to life. I'd be thinking long term. I'd be thinking about systems that improve year after year and build extremely fertile, extremely alive systems. Peace.